Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing well. I am Tajendra Kaur, your science teacher. So, let's start with our today's topic which is transportation in plants. So, first we will discuss what is the meaning of transportation and what's the need of transportation. So, the transportation is a vital process in plants. Trees transport all the nutrients and water it needs for survival from its root to the tip of the leaves. This means what? So, as you all know, we know that all the living beings like plants, animals, they need the food and oxygen and water so that they can survive. These elements need to be delivered to their body parts so that they can function properly. Hence, all the living beings need to transport in their body for their functioning of life. So, in plant transportations, the plants take water and minerals, nutrients from the soil through the root and transport it to the leaves. The leaves prepare the food for the plant or using with the help of water and carbon dioxide by the process of photosynthesis. So we all know the plant make food by the process of photosynthesis. But as we know, the water is taken from the root only. How? How it reaches to the leaf? It's a wonder. So what the means of transportations help to reach the water up to the leaves from the root. So if we talk about the plant, what plants transportations are of what? So there is a transport of water and minerals. The waters and minerals in plant are transported. The plant absorb the water and minerals by the roots. Okay. So with the help of root, they absorb the waters and minerals. The root have root hairs. Here you can see the roots have root hairs and the root hair increases the surface area of the root for the absorptions of water and minerals nutritions dissolved in water. So as we know that the more the surface area, the more the absorptions. In this way, the root hairs in the root increases the surface area and they increase the absorptions of water and minerals because in general as surface area increases absorption also increases. So because of many root hairs or extensions a plant roots because of roots and essential plants actually have high surface area. Okay? Here you can see there is a large surface area which is covered by the root hairs. So just think about this. If a drought or water scarcity sets in a plant which has a lots of a root would have a greater chances of survival compared to a plant with a few roots. So these root hairs and root are very helpful for the plant for the absorptions of waters and minerals. So as in our body, the circulatory system works. The blood helps to transport the food to the various organs, parts, and minerals. So, in this way, there are the system in a plant for transportation work. So, in this transportation system, there are different parts of the plant which involves like root, stems, and leaves, which are involved in the transportation in plant. So, the root here, which is present in the root of the plant, they are in contact with whom? These soil particles. And in these soil particles, the waters are present. So they absorb the waters and minerals from this and transport it to the other part of the plant. So how can these water move from the root to the leaves? What kind of transport system is present in plant? We have to concentrate on that topic. So From fruit, the water and minerals are transported to the other part of the plant through a special kind of tissue. These tissues are known as vascular tissues. The tissues which are help for the transportation of waters and minerals to the other part of the plant is known as vascular tissues. There are two vascular tissues which are present in the plant. Just like our humans, which need to blood to carry the food and oxygen around the body, plants have their own system to transport things. And in these systems, which help them, they are the vascular tissue which help them in the plant transportation. So, why the need of transportation? So, as we know, the waters and minerals are helping in what things in plant? So, water and minerals are taken from the soil by the roots, which is needed for the making the food by the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis help, okay, and food which are made in the leaves. We know that the kitchen of the plant is leaves. So the food are prepared in the leaves during photosynthesis and sent to the other part of the plant for the energy and growth. So that's the need of the transportation in plant. So which help in this transportation? Vascular tissue. There are the two vascular tissue. The first is the xylem and the other one is the phloem. So the xylem is a vascular tissue that is responsible for transporting the nutrients and the water in the plant. These helping what? In transporting the nutrients. Where present it is? It is in the soil. And water is present where? It is also in the soil. So with the help of the vascular tissue, which is the xylem, these transported to the other part of the plant. The root cell, which is present in the root here, they absorb the water and minerals and transport it to the xylem, and then xylem transfer the water and minerals to the other part of the plant. Xylem carry it to the other parts unidirectional. This is the important point. You have to notice it is here written is unidirectional. I will focus on this word, but first you just to see the xylem carry to the other parts unidirectional without the uses of energy. There is no need of energy to transport the water and minerals to the other part of the plant with the help of xylem. And it is unidirectional, means it transport the things only in one direction, from downward to upward. This means that we can say that it is like a lift which goes to the only one direction, from downward to upward. Okay. So in this way they also transport water and minerals. So xylem is unidirectional and it needs no energy for this transport. The second one is phloem. Phloem is another second vascular tissue that transport the food produced by the leaves so to the all the part of the plant. Means what the source of the food is leaves. So it is the source which is transported to the other part of the plant, which becomes the sink. So this flow is bidirectional. Why we called it bidirectional? So we called it bidirectional because there is the need of the food to the flower also, to the root also, to the stem also, and to the other part of the plant. So the phloem transport the food to the bidirectional, upward and downward, both direction, and it utilizes the energy also. So this is known as translocations, means the process of which phloem transport the food is known as translocation. So here you can see what we discussed, xylem and phloem. If you have to see where the xylem and phloem diagrammatically, so I have shown here the xylem and phloem. You can see here their xylem is unidirectional, one-way flow. Water and minerals, one-way flow, no end was between the cells and stiffened with lignins. Here you can see about the phloem, which is the two-way flow. Here this you can see, and here you can see, and the water and food. It transports what? Water and food. It transports what? Water and minerals. These things you have to be noticed. You have to be remember. The next one which I have to discuss is transpiration. What is the meaning of transpiration and what's the uses of it? So, in as we have discussed about transpiration, so the transpiration is sometimes not all the water the plant absorbs is used in that. It means what? The plant absorbs so many water, but it not uses the all of the water. So hence the need to get rid of the excess water in them. So what the extra waters are present in the plant, they have to be rid of it. So how they rid of it? By the process of transpiration, they get rid of the extra water. So this loss of water in the plant takes place through the process of transpiration in which the water evaporates in the atmosphere through the stomata present on the leaves. The stomata are present on the leaves. We know that what is the stomata. So stomata which are present on the leaves, with the help of this, the water are evaporate. Stomata which are the tiny pores present on the leaves which allow the movement of gases and water through them. From the stomata, gases are also moved and water are also moved. So by this, the water evaporate and the excess water is get rid of. So these transpiration is what of uses? What uses of this transpiration in plants? So transpiration result in the absorptions of water. As the water from the leaf evaporate, it generates a suction pull. What the suction pull? Where the suction pull? In the plant that bring the water from the roots upwards. Means as the water evaporate, there is a deficiency of water in the plant created. So it create a suction pull in the plant that bring the water from the roots upwards. So it helps in distance, and the transpiration are also help in cooling down the plant. As the water evaporates, it utilizes the heat of the plant and the result in the cooling of the internal temperature of the plant. The internal temperature of the plant becomes lower. That's why it felt cool, and in this transpiration helps. So this is the transportations in plant. So xylem and phloem, it's like a vessels. Okay. Okay. So plants have a pipe like a vessel to transport water and nutrient from the soils. These vessels are made up of special cells. These vascular tissues or these vessels are made up of special cells which are forming the vascular tissue. We know that the tissue is the combination of many cells. So tissue is group of cells which perform the specified function in an organism, and this tissue is what? Vascular tissue. So from here we complete our topic transportation in plant. I will send you the worksheet and we will meet tomorrow in our next topic. Thank you.